Hey guys and ghouls, welcome back to the Cozy Ghost. I'm your host October, and welcome back to Cozy Ghost Gaming. More specifically, welcome back to Cozy Ghost Babbles. I am so excited to get started. Let's figure out what we are talking about today. Let's spin that wheel. Woo! What do we got today? What do we got today? Animals! Ooh, that's such a vague one. I'm not gonna remove it, but I am gonna keep it up because animals. Woof, that's vague. Hello? How am I supposed to just talk about animals? Okay, let's get going on animals. I like animals. Fun fact, I think animals are pretty cool, pretty chill. I've got a couple of pets myself. I have several cats and several dogs. And I really like animals. I mean, who doesn't like animals? It's such a generic fucking thing to say. What are some of my favorite animals? I really like foxes. I think they're a really cute combination of like cats and dogs, even though I know they're technically a canid, but technically not. Same thing, whatever. Foxes are dope. I recently learned that birds are not birds. Birds are reptiles. Something that I hate knowing. Why? Why are birds reptiles? Bah! You know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about birds specific. I think birds are very interesting because, like, birds are weird. Like, they're these little winged things, these little creatures. But like, I don't know. Birds are interesting because there are so fucking many of them, and they live all over the place, and they just have such interesting, like, characteristics. Like, what is a bird? A bird is something that has a beak. It has wings. It usually has feathers. It can typically fly. What are some birds that don't fly, audience? Tell me right now. Some of y'all are yelling penguin. Some of y'all are yelling ostrich. We got a couple emus in here. Anything else? Peacock. Peacocks can fly. Not very far, but they can fly. I've seen them fly. Chickens can also fly, just not very long distances. I think ducks are like the ultimate bird, more like the ultimate animal, because they're like one of the few things that can fly, swim, and walk. And that's really fucking cool. Like, no other animal, well, a couple other animals, but very few can fly, walk, and swim. Like, that's not even fair. Like a bat, that can fly. And that is it. Bats can't walk. If they're on the ground, they can't fly. Like, bats are lame compared to birds. I love bats, by the way. But, like, they're lame compared to birds. And birds can be so fucking smart. Can we talk about the pigeon for a second? Because pigeons are so fucking smart, and nobody wants to talk about the fucking pigeons, because pigeons, we trained them. They're domesticated creatures. That's why their nest looks so stupid. They're used to humans taking care of them. And then we up and abandoned them. The passenger pigeon was one of the most abundant animals in the world. There were billions of them, but then they went extinct. Teddy Roosevelt is the last ever known person to see them in the wild. He was a great birder. And, you know, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, pigeons, we killed so many of them. And now we just treat them like shit. People don't like pigeons. I don't know why people don't like pigeons. Doves are like pigeons. Doves and pigeons are the same fucking bird, but doves are just more aesthetic. And that shit pisses me off, because pigeons are gorgeous. Like, have you seen Lahore pigeons? Like, they're like brown and white and gorgeous. Doves ain't got shit on Lahore pigeons. Like, oh my god. I was walking around Washington, D.C., and I was with a group of people, and we were trying to get somewhere, like, important. We were kind of coming up out of the subway. And I had to stop and take a picture because there were Lahore pigeons right in front of me. And I was like, these pigeons are so fucking pretty, I have to take a picture of them. But even regular pigeons are fucking gorgeous because, like, they have those iridescent feathers that are, like, greenish, purplish, and, like, gray. And oh my god, they're so pretty. What the fuck? Why are pigeons so pretty? And don't even get me started on other birds, because pigeons, not the brightest of bird. They just throw shit together and call it a nest. Like, it's a couple sticks somewhere, lay an egg, whatever. But let's talk about ravens. Ravens, crows, So cool. Different birds. The raven is the one that goes, nevermore, nevermore. But crows are so smart, and so are ravens. Like, these gorgeous black birds that are co-opted by Halloween are so smart. Like, they're used in so many scientific experiments to prove whether or not they can, like, form grudges, and they can. But also, if, like, you feed them, you can become the person with the crows. Like, that's dope. I want to be the person with the crows. There aren't any crows near me. It makes me sad. Geese are vicious and mean. Not actually, don't go hit a geese. A goose. Goose, geese. Moose, meese. But, like, geese are kind of fucking scary. Those are some big-ass birds, and they've got teeth on their tongues, and they're just... No. There's a reason that they are the emblem for chaos. I'm so used to having them around because they fly in their little V shapes to south for the winter. They're always like going, gone. Geese are pretty dope. Swans. Talk about a misbranding. Like, shit. Swans get branded as these romantic, beautiful, ethereal, elegant animals. And they are. Don't get me wrong. They are beautiful and ethereal and elegant and romantic. They mate for life. But they're also vicious. Like, you do not want to get chased by a fucking swan. You will lose a finger. You'll lose your fucking hand. Swans can be vicious as fuck. It always makes me so sad when I see those stories of people, like, who, like, did y'all see that news story where it was, like, somebody threw a brick into a nest, like a swan's nest, and then one of the swans left, and the other was so heartbroken that they fucking died? Like, that's really sad. People are so evil. But I think birds are pretty awesome. Another awesome bird is the peacock. Now, the male peacock, hence why he's called that, is all fluffy and elegant and beautiful and has this gorgeous array of feathers so that he can attract a mate, so that he's like, I'm nice and fluffy and exotic, and come look at me, I'm fancy, I'm flamboyant, I'm so gay, come towards me, all of the ladies. And it fucking works, because the peahens, which are female peacocks, are like these little brown, kind of drab-looking birds. They don't need to draw attention to themselves because they're not the ones fighting for attention. They're like, huh? Me. You want me. I don't need you. You need me. She's a queen for that. So they look a little more subdued. But they get their pick of the mill, right? And then, like, white peacocks, oh my god, white peacocks are so pretty. They are so pretty. Like, oh my god. Like, they've got, their feathers are just white and gorgeous. And, like, they're the better version of swans. Because they're not as mean. Actually, no, peacocks can be pretty fucking mean, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. Pet birds are very cute and sweet, depending on which ones you get. I've got a couple friends with budgies, with parakeets, with larger birds. What else? Ooh, when I was a kid, I really wanted to go into falconry. That's where you have, like, a peregrine falcon, and you take them, like, on your little arm, and they go flying, and you train them. Oh, I wanted to be one. I wanted to go into falconry so bad, because it's like, oh my god, I want my own little bird to put a little leather hood on, so that, like, they can fly around, so that we can be best friends. And it just never worked out for me, because, you know, there aren't any falconry classes near me. Because why would there be? Because falconry is not a very popular hobby. It's also a very expensive one. I say as a gamer, like that is one of the most expensive hobbies that there could possibly be. Like, my poor wallet. My wallet. But yeah, birds are fucking dope. What other birds are there? Penguins are so cute also. Like, I love penguins. They're such little cuties. And there are penguins in the Arctic and the Antarctic. I might be wrong on that. I think there's only penguins in one. But there are penguins in Africa, there are penguins in South America. Penguins are, like, everywhere, and they're so cute. And, like, I love the way the little slide down little icy hills. They're so, so cute. And puffins, oh my gosh, I saw some puffins, and they are just so cute. I think they're endangered. I might be wrong, but they're so cute, and they don't deserve to be endangered because they're so friendly, and they mimic all their friends. And they saw a little fake puffin that had a broken leg, and they lifted their leg in solidarity because they're really cute. I love puffins. I love birds. Birds are dope. Like, I'm sorry. Anybody who doesn't think birds are cool is stupid. Sorry if you don't think birds are cool. I think birds are cool. And I think everybody should appreciate birds more because birds do so much for the environment. They do so much for pollination. Like, hummingbirds are super cute too. Oh, I didn't even talk about hummingbirds. They're so small and they like flap their little wings and they love nectar and they eat out of plants and they spread pollen. Oh my god, I love birds. Birds are awesome. Make sure you're feeding your local birds safe bird seed. Make sure you're not feeding ducks bread because that's very bad for them. And make sure you're nice to birds because they deserve it. And that is our 10 minutes, unfortunately. I could go on more about birds if I really wanted to, but before I get any really flighty, I'm gonna have to end this babble here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little talk. I hope this got your mind on birds. And I hope you enjoyed this little squawking that I did. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye! Have fun with some birds!